Hey everyone. Alright, so today we're going to do another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video, as you can see by the fact that I'm in my Ninja Turtles room. And what we're going to look at today is some of the crossovers in the history of the Ninja Turtles. And believe it or not, there's actually a lot. There might be more than you think if you're, not a big fan or not following it regularly. So we're going to get right into it, not waste any more time, and just show you some of the items from the different crossovers over the years. So the first one we're going to start with is going pretty old school here. We're going to go with comic book in the Archie comic series, and we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Meet Archie. Makes sense since they were doing the Archie comic series, the fact that they would actually do one where they meet Archie and those characters. I think that's reasonable. So I thought this was cool. I saw this, I had to pick it up. It's, the classic Turtles, of course, from the cartoon, getting together with Archie and Betty and Veronica and that whole crew. So when my sister was younger, she was big into collecting Archie comics. My mom was really young. She was too. So it was pretty cool that I got to pick up something like this, sort of a crossover, best of everybody's world. So there's that. And then sticking with the comic book theme, we'll go a little bit later into the current IDW comics, and we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vs. Street Fighter. So they did a handful of these. This is the only one I've got, though. Just based on the cover, I had to pick it up. You've got Raphael arm wrestling Guile. How could you not want that? I mean, that's perfect. So I thought it was just a great cover, and I had to pick it up. So that's pretty cool. Turtles getting into the fighting game world, even. And then we've got a couple from this really cool crossover, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Stranger Things. So Stranger Things is one of my current favorite shows on TV, and of course Turtles, as you can see by the background, is one of my all-time favorite shows, movies, properties, whatever you want to call it. And what I like about this cover is you can see it's got Stranger Things here, but then if you turn it upside down, it's got the Turtles. So, very fitting for Stranger Things. So I thought that was a great cover. Love the fact that they combined these two, so I had to pick that up. And then I've got one more from that series as well. And you can see you've got the Stranger Things kids in the van with Donatello and Turtles here. And it's just perfect combination. I feel like the Turtles would match up great with Stranger Things. Stranger Things kids would probably want to hang out with them. It's a perfect world. So I think that was a really smart and really good crossover. So that's it for the crossover comics. Obviously there were more, but that's it for what I have, I should say. But then we will get into something that was based from the comics, from the IDW comics. We've got Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here on Blu-ray/DVD. So this was from, I think it was either 2018 or 2019. Trying to look on the back and see. I don't know if it says, but so fairly recent. And again, so this was something that was based off the comics. They did an IDW series with Batman and the Ninja Turtles. It was a solid movie. It was one of those, it was like straight to DVD, straight to video, whatever you want to call it. Movies. I thought it was good. It was really enjoyable. One weird thing I have a problem with, and this is very nitpicky, but look at Donatello. For some reason, I don't like the animation on Donatello. His face is super oval. He looks like an alien rather than a turtle. I don't know. He just looks really different from the rest of them. I always thought that was odd. But other than that, I enjoyed it. So Turtles even get to cross over with Batman. So then from there, we'll get into some of the crossover figures that I have. And we will start with the Ninja Turtles Ghostbusters. So yeah, that's right. Here, let me grab some of these I've got here. They did a series where each of the Ninja Turtles were combined with someone from the Ghostbusters. Apologies for the glare. Try my best to avoid that. I'll try my best to find what the what the best positioning is for that. So we have first is Leonardo as Stance. So that makes sense. Leonardo and Ray, kind of the leaders of the group. And I thought this was cool. You can see on the back you've got all the Turtles. Again, another perfect crossover. I feel like the Ninja Turtles would fit really well into the Ghostbusters world and vice versa. And I picked these up. I have all four, as you'll see, actually at a Comic-Con around here. There was a Ghostbusters group, a group that cosplays and just like does all the Comic-Cons like as Ghostbusters. And they had each of the four Ninja Turtle Ghostbusters. and I was like, I have to pick these up. I was like, I can't be. I was helping my friend at one of his booths, and we were right across from them. And I was like, I can't be right across from these people the whole time and not pick it up. So I had to do that. So, and I do not regret it. And here's Donatello as Spangler. So again, Donatello is Egon, making sense. He's, you know, the smart one, the brainiac, whatever you want to call him. And what's interesting, so this isn't just a crossover as in the Turtles were in their universe. It's a crossover as in they made them look like them too. You can see like they kind of combine both, which is interesting and kind of weird at the same time. But so that was cool. Then we've got the only one that doesn't make a ton of sense. We have Raphael as Zetamor. They didn't really. There's not really anybody in the Ghostbusters that fits with Raphael. Like Winston isn't exactly angry. I feel like I just feel like it was kind of left over. Like everybody else made sense, and they were like, well, we need someone to pair up with Raphael, so let's put Winston with him. So I think they ended up with that just because they didn't have an angry Ghostbuster. But still cool though. So you can see Raphael's got the little mustache even. Good detail. And then lastly, of course, we have Michelangelo as Venkman. Again, makes perfect sense. Michelangelo, the jokester, the goofy one, it would make sense that, you know, he would be paired up with Venkman. So there's that. So that's the Ninja Turtle Ghostbusters. Thought they were really cool. Had to pick them up. Like I said, I'm very happy with that. And then we move into some more Turtle Stranger Things. So I showed you the comics, but now we have some actual figures. So first we've got Leonardo and 11. So in this one, a little bit different from the Ninja Turtle Ghostbusters. They don't actually mesh, or they don't actually combine with each other. I guess that's a better word of putting it, but they're both in there. So, and what's cool, similar to the comic book, is you have on this side, you can see Leonardo, you got the Ninja Turtle script, sort of from the comics, and then if you turn it upside down, you've got 11, and you've got the Stranger Things script. So really cool. Again, two of my favorite things combined together. Can't go wrong there. Loved that. And then we move over to Donatello. We've got Donatello and Lucas. Sorry. Oh, there we go. That's a little better for the glare. So Donatello and Lucas, and you can see the same thing. Turn it upside down. You got Lucas with a slingshot. Love that. Love the detail here. I think these are great looking figures. I believe I got all of them at Target. Oh, and here's the back. So same thing on the back. You can see Stranger Things, each of the 4 characters, and then you can see Turtles if you flip it over. And then we have Michelangelo and Dustin. Now, I don't know how they came up with these pairings. I feel like 11 and Leonardo kind of makes sense because she's sort of the leader of the kids, I guess. Dustin and Michelangelo don't really make sense, and Donatello and Lucas don't make a ton of sense, so I guess they just did random pairings. But anyway, here's Michelangelo and Dustin. So I don't have all of them. The one I'm missing is Raphael and Hopper. Again, well, I guess Hopper could get kind of angry sometimes, so maybe that makes a little bit of sense. Okay, then we've got... lastly here, a really cool crossover, Ninja Turtles and Cobra Kai. So for anyone who hasn't watched the Cobra Kai series, it's great. Whether you're a Karate Kid fan or not, I think they did a perfect job with it. So, again, I had to pick these up. I couldn't resist. I think these were ones I got at Target as well. Or I might have got some at Target, some at Amazon. I can't exactly remember. But first one, Miguel and Leonardo. And you can see if you go on the back, it shows you each of the characters that they match up with. So again, I don't think that there was any, I don't think that these necessarily go together. I think it was just kind of random. Still super cool though. Next one we have is Donatello and Johnny Lawrence. This was actually the first one I saw. I did see this one at Target, and I had no idea at the time that they made Cobra Kai Turtles crossovers, and I had to pick it up. Donatello, I've mentioned in previous videos, is my favorite, so I was like, I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, what did they do? Turtles Cobra Kai crossovers? I have to get this. So Donatello, Johnny Lawrence, cool combo. And then we've got Raphael and Kreese, John Kreese. So kind of makes sense. So I feel like the Raphael with Ghostbusters, I said Winston isn't really angry, so it didn't make a ton of sense. But Hopper could be angry, and Kreese, of course, is very angry, so these make a little more sense. Though I do, like I said, I think these are more random. And then lastly, we have Michelangelo and Daniel LaRusso. I almost feel like Daniel LaRusso would have made more sense with Leonardo if they were supposed to go together, but I guess, like I said, it's just random, so super cool. So anyway, that is it for Ninja Turtles crossovers, and of course there's a lot more, like I said, especially within the comics. They did a lot of different crossovers, but that's what I've got for my collection. I thought it was pretty cool. I figured it would be fun and worthwhile to share a short video just to show some people. What I always like about crossovers is that it brings together different worlds. So like if you're a Batman fan, maybe you haven't seen the Ninja Turtles, you can get into Ninja Turtles. Stranger Things fan, you can get into Ninja Turtles, etc. Or in my case, if you're a fan of both, that's really cool too. I love Stranger Things. I love Cobra Kai. So to see those worlds together makes it even more fun. And one of my cats is about to try to jump up on the table I've got here. So if you see any shaking like you just did here, it's because she jumped up here and she's moving the camera because her favorite thing ever is interfering when I'm filming a video. But anyway, here's one of my cats. There you go. She just wants to know what's going on. She's very curious. But anyway, so that's the video of Ninja Turtles crossovers. I hope everybody enjoyed, and thank you for watching the video.